British mothers, you're all welcome here on this special Mother's Day. You shall, of course, get the opportunity to meet Scotland's most famous historic mother. Now, lords and ladies, first thing I have to cover is etiquette. When the Queen, and unfortunately Lord Darnley, that fop of a king, who's half English, half stupid, will make an appearance here in the Great Hall, it is most important that you know protocol. Lords and ladies, when the Queen and her King enters, you shall rise to your feet. No one, unless infirm, will be left sitting. Ladies, you will have to curtsy like this. Could you do that again, Lady Christine? Splendid. So could I ask all ladies to rise to your feet? Yes, up again. And along with Lady Christine, curtsy. Like, oh, I like you to do that again. You come out here, sure. Sylvia, everybody watch Sylvia. Splendid. Give Sylvia a round of applause. Ladies, you can sit down. Gentlemen, on your feet, please. Gentlemen. You sit there, you stand there, young man. I'll do yours. What's your name? Magnus, what a great name. Viking. Billy's the country, but it's a great name, Magnus. Now, I will do this on behalf of Magnus. Gentlemen. Not standing. Yes, they are. Gentlemen. Madam, you're not a gentleman. You can sit down. You're too pretty to be a gentleman. Now, yes, and I am single. Now, gentlemen, you shall put one foot in front of the other, knee slightly bent, and you should just put your arm on your chest, your hand forward. If you're wearing a hat, you move it, right or left-handed, thus, and bend over on top of your knee. Now, splendid. You can't bend on top of your knee. Just put your foot a bit forward, sir. I don't want you falling down here and then hit someone in the face. So, just like so. Okay, and straight. And try to flourish and splendid. Do not sit down till Her Grace gives you permission to sit down. You may sit. Now, lords and ladies, so far so good at etiquette. If the Queen does approach you, do not call her Your Majesty. We are not in France, by England. Is there anyone here from France? No one willing to admit to being from France. Now, let me tell you, although we are not in France, our Queen is more French than Scottish. Our young Queen was born on the 8th of December in the year of 1542. Only a few days later, her father, James V, God rest him, had died of melancholy. He suffered a disastrous defeat at the hands of the English at the Battle of Solway Moss just a few weeks previous. Is there anyone in from England? Try that again. Okay. Is there anyone here from England? One brave man. One brave. Where in England are you from, sir?
Yorkshire.
Well, you're not really English. You are a law unto yourself, sir. I've been to Yorkshire. You don't know what you are. You're independent. And where are you from, man? Oh, you're very English. You are very English because Henry VIII, your English king, he had a place near Guildford, didn't he? And he used to sail up and down the river to Hanford Court, didn't he? Yes. We don't like your king. Or your queen. But we won't hold it against you. What's your name? Olivia. That's a beautiful name, Olivia. Okay? I wish I was Olivia. Now, our Queen is more French than Scottish. Because the Queen, of course, her mother, Mary de Guise, who sadly died in this castle in the year 1560, she was French indeed. She was almost French nobility, not quite. Our Queen was sent to France at the age of 5 years old. This is because the new Protestant Reformation was taking a light in Scotland. 1540 Scotland is a very turbulent, bloody and brutal place. Your neighbours are quite literally changing sides. Your neighbours are changing religion. Scotland is aflame with Reformation. Now, the Queen goes to France for safety, and she is brought up at the court of the French king. When she comes back to Scotland in the year 1561, 400 years ago, this year, which everyone, of course, worked out very rapidly in their minds there, I can tell. Not at all. Now, the Queen comes back to Scotland in 1561. The year before, 1560, the Privy Council of Scotland officially declares Scotland a Presbyterian, a Protestant country. When Mary comes back to Scotland, of course, Mary has several problems. Mary's first problem is she is a woman. And we all know how troublesome women can be. Am I right, gentlemen? Am I right, gentlemen?
Yes.
I couldn't disagree with you more, sir. What kind of man are you that causes a woman troublesome? Now, her second problem, she is more French than Scottish. She even speaks with a French accent. She is learning Scots every day, but she speaks with a French accent. She's trying to introduce French customs into a Scottish court. A very old, particular, stuck in its ways Scottish court. French food. She's even trying to encourage the Scots to have a bath 4 times a year. Who the hell needs a bath 4 times a year? The French. Now, thirdly, Mary is Catholic. She's Catholic, she's French, she's a woman, and a Protestant, chauvinistic, set in its ways Scotland. So Mary certainly has her troubles to see. Her husband, her first husband, the Dauphin of France, sadly died 17 months into their marriage, just a terribly weak young Frenchman. She has, of course, picked in 1562 her own cousin, Henry Lord Darnley, that foppish, half-English, half-idiot man, to be her next husband. So, ladies and gentlemen, in 1566, she gives birth to Prince James, the future of Scotland, and quite possibly the future of England, Olivia. But I can't tell you the rest because then you know what's happening. And, of course, was given birth right here, this very castle in Edinburgh, where you can visit the very room. You might even come upon the Queen's nurse, Margaret Tweedy, who is actually talking about childbirth next door. So, ladies and gentlemen, I must retire from this place. Do not call her Her Majesty, it is Your Grace. Do we understand? Do we understand?
Yes.
Yes, Sir John. Do we understand? That's much better.